Go ahead and just drop it in there. There you go. All right, so now, is there something you could eat, like a snack?
Well,
Like a couple chips or banana?
No, it's food anyway, is she? Because she's not used to eating out here. Yeah, I could take a nut. I don't really want one, but.
Yeah, grab yourself a cashew or two.
You want one?
Sure.
Take
Dad
some.
loves cashews. All right. So go ahead and kind of, there you go. See how she's looking at you while you're eating?
Mm-hmm.
So we moved the food. The food had the very nice ocean view, but it's, what we want to do is we want to add structure. So because she really pushes you and doesn't respect you as an authority figure, we want to have dominion over the food. So what we're going to do is we're going to start feeding her only in the kitchen, and I want to always leave the bowl down. Now, if you ever, what we're going to do is we're going to put food in like you did, then you're going to eat a couple things. So let's have one more, just so she can see you eat. I'll eat with you. And kind of...
Actually, I heard nuts are bad for dogs.
These are okay. There we go. There. So now she's interested because she's watching you eating.
My son can have it.
Okay, so now you're done, and you can put that on the counter or wherever you're going to toss them. So there's food in her bowl while this has been going on. Now go over next to her bowl and crouch down and tap inside the bowl with your fingertip. There you go.
She's gonna eat it.
Now she gets to eat. Well, because you got done eating.
Oh, okay.
So the reason I wanted you to move it in here rather than out there is just too wide, and there's a lot of low things for her to run under, and she's using her environment to her advantage. Then you got to chase her, and you get down on your hands and knees to grab her. And here you have a very small area to defend. So once you put the food in there, what I would do is for a week, I would have you eat here. So I would put her food in there first. Look, she's looking for more food. I would put the food in. Once you put the food in, I would say she's not allowed to cross this line right here onto the tile.
Maybe I should put a gate up.
No, because then the gate is the authority figure.
Yeah.
She can't go in there because that's law and because
so
you are the authority
a
figure.
leash and make her stay out.
But I don't want to use the leash is. This is a little bit different. I'm like if you remember earlier, I mentioned that I always like the dog to do the work.
Yeah.
So if we use a leash or a baby gate or the kennel, then she's not learning any control. Things are controlling it for her.
Yeah.
So we put food in the bowl. That's why I had you drop it. I wanted her to hear it drop. And you put regular food in there for a regular meal. You're going to hear dink to dink. So she should hear those. Now her instinct is going to be want to run in here and to go grab it. So once she gets in there, if she's right here, I would come in. I would hiss before she got over here. If she continued walking this way, then I would get over here, get in between her, and then I would walk towards her like this. See how she moved away? Mm-hmm. And then I kind of move backwards. And I keep my hips pointed towards her, so I'm facing her. Then I'm going to come over here, I'm going to make whatever your sandwich is or whatever you want to eat. Then you're going to come and sit right over here. So you can keep your eye on this area. She is not allowed to cross across that line. If she does, you hiss. If you have to, you get up and you get in between her and that area, and then move briskly towards her to make her feel intimidated so she moves back across the boundary. Then you sit down and you eat your food. You take as much time as you want. You enjoy it. Don't worry. Don't rush for her. Her job is to wait for you. This really will build up a lot of respect. It will take about a week. She's going to protest and she's going to try to get in here over and over again for the first couple days. If you are very consistent and don't say, I would hiss once, then you stand up and you come over her and you make her move away by walking towards her. Once she's over there, you wait a sec. If she's paused like this, then you can go over here and sit back down. Continue eating your food. When you get done, you come in here. You want to do dishes. She gets to eat when you give her permission, not just because you're done. And so she's whining. That's okay. That doesn't mean that you change what you do because she's whining. If a child says, "I want a red wagon," and he doesn't get it, he throws a temper tantrum. His parents don't go out and buy him a red wagon. If he whines and cries, "I want a red wagon," they don't go buy him one. They might buy him one for his birthday, but he gets it at the appropriate time when they are ready because they're the authority figures.
But I can't just do all this, eat, just completely ignore her,
Yep.
and then then when I'm done eating and I've done the dishes, then I go take her food and put it in
No,
the
the food has already been. You put the food in the bowl first, then you prepare your meal.
I know that, but you can't do it the other way where I just give her the food after I
No, because then there's nothing for her. What I want her to do
Then
is
I make
practice
her sit.
restraining herself.
I make-
There's something I want, but I can't eat it until I get permission. If there's nothing in the bowl, there's nothing for her to restrain herself. Then you're defeating.
Well, she
you're
can't eat and she'll be crying and going crazy.
But that's not anything that she's doing. What I want you to do is just because if I see a pretty girl on the beach over there, I can't go grab part of her anatomy because I want to. Just because I want something doesn't mean I get it. Just because she wants to eat doesn't mean she gets it.
Right.
So I want her to understand that she can want things, but still has to wait for you to give her permission to get them. So you're going to put her food in, and I know do not think this is mean. This is adding structure.
Yeah.
Just because you have so many things going on, I'm trying to figure out what is the easiest thing for you to do that's going to accomplish the most. Petting with a purpose will go a long ways towards doing it. So don't pet her anymore unless she sits, comes to you, or lays down, and then you pet her after she does that. Now, if she comes up to you, like we talked about earlier for the come, you can go and pet her for coming, even though you didn't ask her to come, because she's still doing the action that we want. So then what you're going to do is you're going to sit down, so you're going to put food in her bowl, then you're going to make your sandwich. And while you're making the sandwich, she's not allowed to cross this line. Then you're going to sit down and eat your sandwich and enjoy it. When you get done, you get up if you want to do dishes before you feed her, or if you want to feed her early, you put the dishes in the sink and you do them later. It's up to you. Mm-hmm. But then she doesn't eat until you come over here next to her bowl, and then you point at it and say food or eat or whatever it is. At that point, she's on the clock and she has the 3 minutes.
Like you say,